All right, to perform a factorial analysis, there's quite a few steps. First of all, you need to write the phenotype of the parents, which is the physical trait that you're experimenting with. So let's say you're talking about hair color, then you would write parent 1, what their hair color is, parent 2, what their hair color is. Next, you need to write the genotype of the parents, which is the letters that represent the genes that you're experimenting with. So let's say one parent has blonde hair. Because blonde hair is recessive, it would be, their genotype would be lowercase b, because it's pure blonde. Now, if a parent is, let's say, hybrid brunette with a blonde recessive gene, then their genotype would be uppercase B, lowercase b. These are the genotypes that you need to write. Next, you need to split those into gametes, which is the individual letters plus the percentage and ratio of each. Now, one more thing, for the genotype of parents, next to it you need to write whether they're female or male, okay? And then in the gametes, what you do is you split this into 2, okay? And each letter, you write it, uppercase B, lowercase b, okay? Next to it, you put whether it's female or male, and then on the other side you write the percentage of it in this. So lowercase b, it's 50% this, 50% that, or 1/2 this, 1/2 that, it just depends on what you're using. And then you need to do Punnett square. So Punnett square is set up like this. You can do male or female, you can flip these, it doesn't matter. Here you write one of the gametes, here you write the other one of one gender. Here you write one of the gametes. Here you write the other gamete for the gender. And then look at what you do. You move your finger down to the first box and you move your finger over to the first box. What's this letter and what's this letter? They overlap here, so you write those 2 letters. This letter and this letter, they overlap right here, so you write those 2 letters. This letter and this letter, they overlap right here, so you write those 2 letters. This letter and this letter, they overlap here, so you write those 2 letters. And then in the corner, right here and 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 here, you need to write either the percentage or the ratio of each. So here it's 50% or 1/2 for each of these. Here it's 50% and 1/2 for each of these. Okay. Here, each of these are 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. Then, when you write the results, you take the results from here. So, let's say, so what you need to do is you need to write out each of these results with their percentage or ratio next to them. So if you have, so this you write 25% next to it, this you write 25% next to it, you just write them out. But if there's 2 of the same or 3 of the same, then you combine them and you combine their percentages. So I'm going to solve a quick exercise for you just to make it more clear. The exercise says, perform a factorial analysis of a cross between a green-eyed female and a hybrid brown-eyed male, and they gave us the genotype of each. So, like I said, we start with the phenotype. So we write parent phenotypes. Okay. Then you write green-eyed female X are crossed with brown-eyed male. Then you need to write the genotype. Okay, so the green-eyed female that gave it to us is lowercase g, which means green eyes are a recessive gene, and she's female, so you female, crossed with a male, brown eyes, but he's hybrid, so there's a recessive gene in there too. Then you split these. I'm gonna work with percentages, but you can work with ratios as long as they didn't specify which one you have to work with. You write the letter inside, okay? And then 50%. You do it again here. You write the letter inside, 50%. So of this, 50% is this, 50% is this. And you do the same here. He's male, so we do the male. Uppercase B, 50%. Lowercase g, also 50%. So now, Punnett square. Let's see, I think I can fit it here. So, 2 lines. As you set it up kind of like tic-tac-toe. Okay, I'm gonna put the female down here and the male up here. So the male, we have one gamete, that's 50%. So we write the letter and 50%. And then we look at this, the other one is lowercase g and it's 50%. So we write lowercase g, 50%. And then we look over at the female, which are down here because that's where I put them. Lowercase g, 50%. And what's this one? Also lowercase g, 50%. Okay, so now we're gonna start like this. This B drops down. Over here, it goes, and what do you get? A B and a lowercase g overlap here. So B, G. Oh, and also all of these are 25%. 25%. So you can just write those immediately because they're all gonna be 25%. Okay, so this is BG. Then you bring this down, G, move this over, G. Bring this down, G, you move this over, G, G, and you do the same for this. B goes down, G goes over, you get B, G. Now for the results, look at this. We've got 2 BGs and 2 GGs. So BG is going to be 25% plus 25%, 50%. So BG's 50%. GG is also 50% because 25 and 25. So that is how to perform a factorial analysis.